Hi Year 9s. Today's lesson is something you are familiar with, area. We're going to calculate the area of basic shapes. Converting units of area is similar to converting units of length, except we need to square it. For instance, kilometres squared to metres squared, I'm going to times by 1000 squared. Metres squared to centimetres squared, times by 100 squared, times by 10 squared. And going back the other way, remember we divide. Divide by 10 squared, divide by 100 squared, and divide by 1000 squared. So let's do an example. Convert 859 millimeters squared to centimeters squared. So I need to do 859 and then I divide by 10 squared. Pop that in the calculator. 8.59 centimeters squared. If I'm converting 2.37 meters squared to centimeters squared, I need to do 2.37 times by 100 squared, which equals 23,700 centimeters squared. You should be able to see the squared button on your calculator. It will look something like this. So what is area? Well, it's the amount of space inside a shape. So if this was my shape, the area is this space inside the shape. This is the area formula sheet, which you'll need to copy into your books. It has the formulas for the basic shapes we'll need for this topic. If I want to find the area of this rectangle, I look at my formula sheet and I write down the formula for the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. Then I put in the values I've got from my diagram. So the length is 7 and the width is 3. Pop that in the calculator and my area is 21 meters squared. To find the area of this triangle, I write out the formula. Area equals base times height divided by 2. And then I put in the values. So the base of this triangle, it's on its side a little bit, is here. So 11 times the height up here, which is 5. And then divide by 2. Pop that in the calculator and the area is 27.5 kilometers squared. This is a parallelogram. To find the area, you multiply the base by the height. So the base of this parallelogram is 3 and the height is 1.5. Put that into the calculator. The area is 4.5 centimeters squared. The formula for the area of a circle is pi times r squared. It's slightly different to the formula for the circumference, so don't get confused. So pi times the radius, or the r, is 5.1 squared. Pop that in the calculator and that will give you 81.71 centimeters squared. This is a sector and the area is the angle over 360 times pi times r squared. So remember this symbol here, that's the angle and the r is the radius. So the angle is here 260 over 360 times pi times r squared. So the r is the 4. Pop that into the calculator and area is 36.3 meters squared. There's a basic worksheet to complete. It might be easiest to use the formulas I showed you in these slides.